All right, well, I'm going to interview you. So the first question is, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name's Will. Um, I have a daughter that is 2, and she means the world to me. I'm the owner of a small business here in Milledgeville. It's called Twin Lakes Watercraft Repair here on the lake, and I've lived in Milledgeville all my life. I love to hunt, fish, spend time with family, and have a good time with friends.
Okay, so tell me a time where you impacted someone's life for the better.
Well, back when I was younger, we went to this church camp. I was probably 6, 7, or I think I was 7th grade, and there was this younger boy. His name was Zach, and he was in transition from 5th grade to 6th grade, and he was at the camp there, and I was more of a leader influence on him, and he saw how I was, and he was wanting to choose a path to follow Christ, and he asked me if I would baptize him, and I did at church here in Milledgeville. Once we got back from the camp, that was one situation. There's been plenty more. My brother, I try to, just let him know of the mistakes that I've made and kind of guide him on the right path. And my family, when they saw me, choose the career path, that I chose and chose to step up, be the father that I am today, that impacted them, and showed them that I was going to turn out all right.
Okay, so Will, how do you deal with difficult people?
Well, when it comes to difficult people, there's many ways to deal with them. One way that I choose is to learn to compromise. Take in, and think about what their, what their issues are, and what they have to offer, and combine it with mine, and then look for a solution. That way there's no conflict. And my philosophy is, be friends with everybody. Don't look at anybody different because of the way they're acting. Think about what they're having to say, and then make see what you can choose to make it better.
Yeah. All right. So, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Well, in the next 5 years, I hope to build my family, and expand my business for the better. Hopefully multiple locations. And just live the life that God would want me to live, and settle down, and add another couple kids to my family, and find some, end up getting married, and just living life.
There you go. Okay, so who would you say are the most significant influences in your life, and why?
Well, for starters, it'd be God. Because I know when times are tough, I can ask Him, for help and pray to Him, and it might not happen right then, but He's our Lord and Savior, and He always comes and pulls through. And, that's definitely one of the most important people in my life, for sure. And second would be my mother. She's been, a great influence on me. If I ever needed anything, I knew that she would always be there. And through the ups and the downs, no matter what, I could call her at midnight, and she'd answer, and she'd try to help me in any way she can. Second would be Bo Smallwood. He was a real influence on me. He helped, he guided me into the career path that I chose to choose, and showed me a little bit about the trade, and I kind of just took off with it, and he's always been there for me as well. Second would be Mr. Tom Johns. He actually influenced me, and gave me the strength and the wisdom to, choose to, go off on my own and start my own business, and, take that scary leap and make it happen. And I'm truly thankful for that.
Right, okay, that's awesome. So, the next question is, how do you deal with pressure?
Pressure. Well, everybody gets pressured. You know, I get pressured myself. I learned to think about it two different ways. You know, the first way is, you know, what do I want? What do they want? You know, try to, you know, weigh the options when it comes to that. It's not always going to be like that, but, you know, if you do what you can do to, you know, think about, well, is this what Will wants or is this what they want? You know, when it comes to, you know, peer pressure, whatever, even if it's financial pressure, you know, think about the ways that are around it, you know. When it comes to pressure about, you know, which path to take, you know, with a career, you know, that was a big one with me. I mean, think about what made me happy. You know, money's not everything.
Right.
But, I mean, there's times where, you know, I don't make any money, but, you know, you got to learn to deal with that pressure. Don't let that, you know, push you to making a choice that you don't want to do.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so then talking about career, what led to your interest in your current career field?
Well, I've always been, you know, mechanically inclined. I lived on the lake my entire life. Always had toys, four-wheelers, dirt bikes, jet skis, boats, whatever, you know. My dad, he could barely change a light bulb, so I kind of had to fix everything myself. But, and, you know, I like making, you know, seeing a smile on people's face when I take their, you know, their watercraft, whatever, four-wheeler, whatever it may be, and, you know, turn it around, you know, get it back running to where, you know, when I see the smile on their face, that's what drives me to keep doing what I'm doing. And
Right.
to save people money as well. You know, me being, you know, a small business, I'm not, you know, paying for a big, you know, overhead on a shop, stuff like that. You know, I don't have many employees to pay, you know, so, I mean, that it just drives me to make, you know, to help people, you know, and to see, to make them happy again with, you know, and someone that they can trust to work on their stuff. That's another big thing, you know. And I mean, it's something I love doing. And everybody always told me, you know, I'd either be an aircraft mechanic or a doctor. So, and nobody ever thought about, you know, jet skis and boats, but it was meant to be.
Yeah, good. Okay, and then one last question. So, describe a time when you weren't pleased with your performance, and what did you do about it?
Well, there's been, you know, a couple different times when I wasn't pleased with, you know, how I was, you know, going about things. There's been, you know, my performance with the financial, you know, stuff, me not, you know, keeping up with the right amount of funds and stuff that were coming in, and I just, you know, I got to a point where I was, you know, thought I was going to go bankrupt, but, I mean, it wasn't to that point, and I prayed to God, you know, to help me and guide me through it and make the right decisions, you know, in that, and it definitely, it worked out for the better, and I just had to, you know, give myself the strength, you know, to do what was right, and, you know, keep on keeping on.
All right. Well, that's about it. So, thanks for the interview.
Oh, yeah.